The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing, Mills. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Here we go on 4th down. Room here to run. And he's got this down to the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, Mills. Being chased out left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw is Mills. It's Rodgers here with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Our 1st and 10 at the 11. Hand off left side, Pierce. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down some of those running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Mills now. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jerry Hughes in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Mills. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This out quickly to Williams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Davis Mills in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. It's certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a handoff for Pierce. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
And this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Play action. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan gets this to Campbell out on the right side. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And the sound of a hitch run, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Give to Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Fourth down, Mills. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Malik Collins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. That sack backs Ryan the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pierce, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Mills to throw for it on 4th. He gets it to Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The run here with Pierce. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw, Mills. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football outside the 30 to the 29. And this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but